So in this video, we will learn how to add image in the React application. So if you see our folder structure here, project folder structure, I have one image here in the source folder. I have one image, somesh.jpg. If I click here, you can see the image, and my plan is to display this image in the app.js file. So since the file is within the app, one option is I can import this image in some JavaScript variable and then use that variable in the source attribute of the image. So let me import this image in some JavaScript variable. So on the top I can write here import. Let me give it name db display picture from, and then I can give the path. So since the app.js and the somesh.jpg are in the same folder, I can write // and then name of the image, somesh.jpg. Now in my component, whenever I have to give the path of the image, I can use this JavaScript variable db. Since the image has to be displayed on the web page, so whatever has to be submitted or given to the web page, that comes inside the return statement. So to display an image, I can use the img. And as we discussed previously, that whenever there's an empty element, the element or the tag, before you close it, you write / here. So this img tag will end with /. Now within this, I can specify the various attributes for the image. The compulsory attribute is the source attribute equal to, and now since the path of the image has been stored inside the variable dp, I can specify the name of the JavaScript variable here. Now since it is a JavaScript variable, and we know that inside the JSX, whenever we need to use some JavaScript variable or expression, that has to come inside the curly braces. So I write this, and the name of the variable is db. I write like this, and I save my app, and you can see the image is being displayed here, right? So the image is very big. If you want to change the size of the image, you can specify the attributes like width. Now in HTML, even if you just write 200 the value without double quotes, it works. But here in JSX, it shows the error. So whenever you have some string value for the attribute, it must come inside the double quotes or single quotes. So now when I refresh after putting double quotes around the attribute value, now the image comes here, right? Similarly, I can specify the height. Again, put this value inside the double quotes or single quotes, which is already inside the app. Another point worth discussing is that here I have hard-coded the values of width and height here. If you want that the values of the width and height of the image should be stored in the variables, and those variables should be used here, we can do that also. So just before the return, I will create some variable for the width and height. Let's say I make a variable image height equal to, let's say, 300, and let me make a variable image width, this also 300. So now the height and the width I'm storing in some JavaScript variables. So instead of directly putting the values here, I can write the names of these variables which have the width and height. Now if you're storing the values in the JavaScript variables, then you know that inside JSX, whenever we have some JavaScript variable, we have to put those values inside this is the direct value I'm putting in the double quotes, right? So if you want to specify the height also using this variable, then you can put curly brace, and inside this you can specify the variable which stores the height of the image. So if you save it, you can see the image is being displayed here. So this is all about displaying image which is stored within your app. Okay, second thing is, if sometimes the image may be on the internet, and if you have the path of the image, even that image you can display it. Okay, so let's say let's search for some image on the internet, and we will get its URL, and we will use that URL in displaying the image in the React app. So let me open the browser and let me search some image. Let's say aeroplane images, and let me use this image. So I can just click on this image, and to get the URL of the image, you can just right click and you choose the option open image in a new tab. In this case, when the image is opened in the new browser tab, the only thing you see is the image, and in the URL, the path that you get is the path for this image, not for any web page. So you can just copy this URL for the image, and we will use it in our React app. So let's make an image. So let me use the img tag. So again, it's an empty tag. So must write slash before you close the opening tag. Inside this, I will write the source attribute, source equal to, and then inside this, I will paste the URL, image URL, which I copied from the internet. Save your component. So when I save it, you can see here the image is visible here, right? So you can specify other properties equal to, let's say 200. So I save it, and you can see now we have this image. So this image from the internet, and this is within the app. Okay.